you. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
Back again, back to back, made back, stacked it. I'm a Slim Shady, the M. Once he black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time abdomen. Yes, I caught Mad Chanel and Mad Javin. She did it again, imagine them. About to make these bum mad again. Back to them. I lead the pack, so my back's to them. Yup, the queen's back, what's happening? Rerun, about to make these rap again. Diamond chains on my ankle. Young money in the cut like a tail tip, rubber bands on my bankroll. Show my like a
big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. 4 braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I wanna do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay moms a visit. It's been a while. I've been working, she keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving, ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gon' come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. But it's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move through this. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this. Even when they lie on me. World on my shoulders, my girl can't even cry on me. God watching over me, the devil probably spy on me. I've been going through some. Kenneth, keep an eye on me. I know it's been a drought, but to my fans, don't go dry on me. If you want a picture, take a picture, don't get shy on me. I'm here to inspire. I admire that you admire me. I've been in the dark, but I promise you'll see a brighter me. I'm sorry. To all my supporters, man, I love y'all. I just want to say thank you for supporting me since day one. You don't want to see me win, man. I don't know why, but we gonna win anyway. I came straight out the with a microphone. Boy, I swear I couldn't leave that mic alone. Everybody clear the room, I like to write alone. I'm in my zone, bass bouncing off the styrofoam. I'm never in between, I'm either hot or cold. Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home. And you barely hear from me like I ain't got a phone. Because there's no days off, there's no days off. I know it sounds a little painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God, then me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford. Spent my money on recording, yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man. Trying to stop me. Y'all can't stop me. This is forever. Forever, man. I mean that.
So what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the Genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm, have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tips. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my ass down. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my ass down. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm the gang 3 times on my ass down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the ass down. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a, here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for money, strictly for money. Survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like they're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. Company in the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't wanna eat. If you said he want, they don't want no steam. Put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling, fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Miami Dolphins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Gone!
Throwing, Hundley. This one caught by Ridley. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Hundley drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. They'll look to throw here. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run back to the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. That is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
We're good. 808.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. On the left side, this is Stills. And they'll be inside. Inside the 25 now at the 24. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Carr to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. This is brought in by Hardy. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Vic Beasley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
All right, good set, fellas. 29.
From the gun, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Tavecchio puts this one through, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a play fake. Carr going deep here for Parker. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Go. Get set.
On first down, Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Monday, down. You want it,
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Now Carr throwing on second down. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr sliding out of the pocket. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jarrell Casey able to get him for a loss of about 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 59 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
You're mine. 93.
On the give, this is Drake. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He can run, and the Miami State offense are into the end zone. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Dolphins get Dallas Harris in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now a handoff for Drake. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Go, Ray. Get set, get set. For do.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
694. What's it?
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They will run again with Coleman. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hold, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he fires one incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now? And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On 1st down, Carr, and his pass incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A pitch out to Drake. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Drake. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On second down, it's Drake. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, pull down. Deuce right. 93.
On the toss play, this is Drake. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. This one is right through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter